So we are past the class with our last video. That's all.
And we're done.
We are done.
Oh, that was all.
So one of the big topics in this past month with the Sports Business Journal was a FBI sting operation that led to the arrest of 10 people, and the big topic this week was Christian Dawkins. Now, this guy was one of the lead figures involved in funneling up to $250,000 to players to attend schools that were sponsored by Adidas, and he is an NBA agent. And recently, it came out that he is facing 200 years in 200 years in prison, and he is, of course, pleading not guilty, saying that this is a setup. And it's also being reported that he stole one of his clients' credit cards, was an NBA player, and racked up $42,000 in Uber rides. So this guy obviously is been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes that people have not known about for years, and the FBI finally been able to crack down on him. So what do you guys think about this situation and how we can better protect players, especially kids coming out of high school that don't have these defenses to these big agents that are making a lot of money, and these are also kids that are not making a lot of money. So when they see this money coming at them, they're really excited. So what do you guys think about this whole situation?
I mean, I think it's kind of crazy. $42,000 in Uber rides. What is this guy thinking at that point? Yeah, where does he need to go? But also 200 years in prison. That's kind of insane too. But on the aspect of protecting the high school kids, we really have to look at what high school kids know when they're heading into college. Some kids don't know that you can't get money. Some kids think you can get money. It's kind of the information that needs to get out there more than anything else. And I know I knew about it, but I know some of my friends definitely didn't know.
I mean, a lot of people know about it. It's just the factor of, the money. Some people actually need the money, and some people actually just want the money. So that's very tempting, especially coming out of high school.
Yeah, and these kids, they're unaware of, the consequences, so they're, and they'll take, anything they can get because they don't know that it's wrong. So he's targeting people who don't really know the rules of NCAA.
Yeah, so something like this, it's good to see that, he'll finally, the other 10 people involved will have to finally, pay their dues for this. And he's been charged for up to 200 years in prison, but that isn't what the court ruled. There will be a hearing, and the judge will decide that. So.
In the article, Cracks in the Game talks about how the NCAA basketball is broken due to some recruiting issues, and people are recruiting too early. And there have been talks about what if they were to ban coaches on recruiting in the summer? What do you think the effects of that would be?
I mean, recruiting in the summer is kind of a big time because all college coaches aren't in season in the summer for other sports too. So to get rid of that time where they can travel so much and go to all the places and look at kids, and kids are out of school, so it's a good time for them to focus on their sport and not on their schoolwork. So I think that would kind of hurt them.
Yeah, I agree. It also talks about what if players who turn pro early would be able to get their amateur status back and play for the NCAA? Do you think they would make that a rule or in the future?
I don't think they should punish kids for wanting to make money, and I really believe in a free market, and that if you want to pursue something right out of high school, you should be allowed to do that, and you shouldn't be limited to if you want to if you're every kid's different. If they need to go make money for their family, they should be allowed to do that. So
Yeah, I agree with him.
Yeah, they talk about the one and done rule, which is how players have to go to college for at least 1 year before they play in the NBA, which I feel like you said, I feel like players should be allowed to go to the NBA right out of high school if they have the skill and the abilities to.
Yeah, I think that if they're going to do any rule like that, what's the point of going to college for a year? What degree are you getting with that? But if they wanted to go and play in the NBA, come back and try and win a national championship at the collegiate level, I don't know if that's really fair because you've been competing against who's supposed to be the best of the best, maybe even in the world. That's kind of a disadvantage for the other college kids who aren't.
They also say would paying college athletes would this get like players to go to college for 4 years before if they were to get paid?
I would definitely stay for 4 years if I was getting paid.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's a big deal.
Yeah.
I think it's a different issue too, though. Because then they have to decide, which, because if you play for UCLA, that's a different pay grade than if you play for like a smaller school like Canisius, So they got to come up with some payment structure if they're going to do that, and probably connect, the money you make to the revenue of, from TV, ratings. So.
It would also defeat like the amateur status, so that's another topic.
Olympic athletes and their anti-doping agencies launched a social media campaign to convey the pain of losing medals to competitors who were doping. It's called My Moment. It's basically athletes get together to like find a way to celebrate victories that they didn't really win, but they should have won because they lost to athletes that were doping. And basically, it's like athletes that were doping, their medals get revoked. So the person that lost to them, they don't really get as much like endorsements and sponsorships that they should because of the placement they came in, because of who they lost to. You guys think this is a problem?
Yeah, I mean, it's terrible that you're up there, you see somebody win on TV, but then a month later, you see a small little article, on the bottom of ESPN on page 3 that it got taken away. So everybody remembers that, you lost and they won, and you don't really see that, that it was revoked. And it stinks because most of these Olympic athletes, they don't make a lot of money. So
yeah, most of their money is made from winning and endorsements. So, like, if you're not winning, then you're not really getting paid as much as other athletes that are winning.
Well, I agree too with the fact, because if you came in second and you find out that you lost to some guy who was cheating, how mad would you be? And think of everything that you missed out on. I mean, that not only is changing your life, but it changes the way you view sports, your confidence, that kind of thing. You could have built your career in such a different manner.
Yeah, and it sucks because of all the hard work you put into it, and you were doing it like drug-free and all like anti-doping, and then you see somebody win because he was doping. I don't know. It's discouraging.
It's like they cheat and they still win.
And then they win in front of millions of people, and they recognize them instead of.
I think they needed to have better steps, drug testing leading up to the Olympics.
Yeah,
because I know because what they do is they'll do drug testing after somebody wins.
I lost my moment to win the medal I earned in front of my family and fans. It only took 19 seconds for my moment to be stolen by doping.
2018 평창 올림픽에서 도핑이 제 스포츠 인생의 발전에 지장을 주지 않기를 원합니다.
To show that hard work matters.
Pour la fierté de mon pays.
Denn ich opfere viel für meinen Sport.
表彰台に立つ
Um meinen Fans zu zeigen, was ich leisten kann.
ドーピングのないクリーンな競技への参加は私の権利
Des compétitions équitables.
Sauberen Sport.
To a safe and fair competition.
Fairen Sport.
약물 없는 경기를.
Obwohl wir verschiedene Sprachen sprechen, stehen wir alle für sauberen Sport ein.
Don't let clean athletes lose our moment in Pyeongchang to doping.
Faisons en sorte que ces Jeux olympiques représentent le moment de gloire du sport propre.
So my moment means something.
바로 제 순간입니다.
Mein Moment.
Mein Moment.
Mon moment de gloire.
My moment.
This is my moment.
As we continue on the topic of doping, Lane Johnson from the Philadelphia Eagles is suing the NFLPA and asking the judge to overturn his 10-game suspension that the league imposed on him for the violation of the PES policy. And yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you guys. I don't like the idea of someone using performance-enhancing drugs to get ahead. I do think they need to be punished, especially if it's not their first offense. I mean, we know the NFL has policy. The guys are aware of it. I don't really know what he's trying to get passed on.
Yeah, that goes too far with your doping. But then again, sometimes some of the substance, like the protein and the pre-workout, contains some steroids that they may not know about. So
That's true.
he can appeal if that's the case. But
Yeah.
Northern, now they always say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation.